What's up guys, you're watching MyNextBest, and in this video we've got a pretty cool product that has arrived yet again from Wolfang, our partners, our sponsors. These guys have been making some really cool products, some innovative ones such as this Wolfang trail camera, which this is. Explore, Snap, Discover. As you can see, pretty much up top on the box. On the side, you have trail camera, 4G cellular network. No Wi-Fi, no wiring, work anywhere nationwide with 4G LTE coverage. Solar panel powered, easy setup. There is a U-Box app that needs to be installed, and that would then set up the camera, register the camera, and then you can fully charge using your charger or just set up the solar panel to let it charge on its own when it's nice and sunny. And other than that, you can insert a SIM card and the TF card for loop recording. So that's an interesting feature there with this specific camera. The installation, the instructions, and all the rest of the stuff is pretty much mentioned in the instruction manual. It's a pretty straightforward setup. 360 viewing angle, two-way audio. That's what you have on the side. On here you have the Wolfang branding. What else do you have? And there's some information about the supplier. So 24 months warranty, email support wolfang.co, that's support.vc@wolfang.co. If you come across any warranty specific issues, matters, or anything that needs vendor support or supply support. Other than that, WhatsApp contacts right here. Website is www.wolfang.co. You've seen these things before when you've shared some of the other videos. Their contents of, you've seen some of this information already, but we will have all this information available in the video description. So do feel free to check out, and if you have any questions, you do have the option to write a comment to us so we can address your comment and respond appropriately, right? Other than that, package contents are right here. Other than that, there are all these package contents up top right here. Outdoor cam, outdoor mount, position sticker, solar panel, USB cable, pack of screws, installation bracket, SIM card, micro SD card, and the user manual. At the back you have the model information, so model WT06, that's the model. Shenzhen Dingxing Trading Co. Limited, that's the importer. And then the EC representation is Gavmore Consulting Limited, and the April Well Limited for the UK. FC, CE, UKCS certification, PSC certified, RHS certified, and some recycling information on this specific side of this camera. It's a trail camera, so you can set it up, keep it, and just leave it as is. It will start to loop record, and you can access that if you have your SIM card installed into the camera. So I haven't used any such camera so far. I've used cameras with Wi-Fi. This is different. This is a camera that uses a SIM card. So you can set up data plans. So basically, my thinking here is that should the Wi-Fi be blocked? So for instance, if you've got radio jammers and things like that, this is less likely to get blocked by those things. Radio jammers can jam radio frequencies. This is LTE, right? 4G LTE. So you'd have to have a different technology to block this. And that would then block all the rest of your neighboring devices, phones and stuff like that. This is different. So this is the LTE spectrum. We're not talking about radio frequency. And that's where this one shines. And I'm really keen to put it up at a specific spot. So I'm just agnostic of the Wi-Fi being blocked by a malicious actor. So that's my interest there. And you'll probably be interested as well. You just need a new SIM card. And you get that agnosticity or the freedom to move around and not just that thing that you depend on the Wi-Fi. That sort of breaks that chain. All right, so what do we have inside? Let's open the box and look inside. So you have some more information about the manufacturer. Email address, as I mentioned, support.vc@wolfang.co, 24/7 online service. WhatsApp contact information, 30-day returns. If you have to return, I wouldn't recommend returning because this is a different line of product. So this is not available elsewhere. It uses a SIM card, LTE, 4G network. It's not available elsewhere. So as simple as that. Well, you could think of using your phone, setting up Wi-Fi hotspot, but then it's again Wi-Fi network, right? This one's using the SIM card itself, so you don't need to have Wi-Fi at all. So think of those options. Think of the opportunities that this one can be used for. In your warehouse, if you have your garage, if you have shop and stuff, this is going to be on its own, completely on its own. It's a different ball game. This is different, and which is why we are reviewing this right now. So 365 hassle-free warranty, full 1-year warranty, that's there. They would replace it if something goes wrong. Just apart from that, customer service QR code and the app that we've talked about previously, that can be downloaded from here. So inside you have some more information, FCC compliance specifications, EU UK compliance, and warning for keeping away from children and stuff like that. And inside, first up, you have the trail camera user manual, all these specs within this big document. I will skip that for now. Here's your position sticker when you're installing. So if, let's say, in a jungle and you're installing on the tree, you probably don't need this, but certainly it's good to know that specific position where you'd be installing the screws and stuff like that. So that's quite useful there. Other than that, you have the regulatory compliance information, of course, that's important. So that's a certificate, and then you have the EIoT Club. Oh, that's a SIM card itself. 300 megabytes of trial plan as well included. It's a 5G nano SIM. So there's a trial plan for 30 days. You get that 300 megabits for free. And yeah, so this is a IoT SIM that comes with this box. Quite surprising. I was not expecting that. And then you have the solar panel. So here's your solar panel. Nice and flush, pretty standard. And its end spot with the other end is basically Type-C, which is great. I can use it with my phone just directly, but I'm pretty sure the solar panel itself is not going to be sufficient to charge the phone. You probably need, I've got a separate solar panel for charging phones, but this is what comes out of the box. Other than that, of course, you have all these screws and mounting components, the mount bracket and stuff like that. And you have another back plate that mounts onto the, that basically mounts the camera, and that mounts the solar panel. So I'll just keep it onto the side. We will do installation separately, but for now, Type A to Type C charging cable if you have to charge. But obviously you've got the solar panel to charge, which is great. And finally, you have the camera itself, and that looks really cool. There is this SD card slot. Look, SD card comes along with this, 32 gigabytes. You get literally everything in this box. You don't need to do anything at all. Alexa, turn on my lamp. So basically everything comes out of the box, pretty much. You just don't need to do anything at all. Look at that. Pretty much comes right out of the box. And there is this UID for, I don't know, save this code for Veer. And there's nothing else in the box. But have you seen, I'm really amazed at all the stuff that came out of the box. So many things have come out. It's quite surprising. For me, literally everything's come out of the box, and I don't need to go to the shop to buy anything else. The SD card came out of the box, the SIM card came out of the box, the solar panels out of the box, your mounting brackets are out of the box, the screws, all that sort of stuff pretty much came right out of the box. And what do I need to go to the shop for? No, nothing at all. And here's your camera. Of course, it's heavy and it looks really cool. It's a trail camera, which is why you have all that color accent and stuff like that, which looks really neat. At the back, you have the IMEI. So it's an IoT device. So it's got a SIM installed in there already. I think so. But let's just try and figure out ourselves. So over there you have, so these antennas do move top to bottom, up and down. And then there is this little bracket. Let's pull it out. It's quite hard to get it out. Do I need to use my tools? I'll just simply use this guy. Just the back of it, or maybe just a little bit of a tap to get it out. There you are. So this, right, so this is just the USB-C, nothing else. There are buttons, it seems. Nope. No buttons, just the USB-C. So the camera goes like this. So the USB-C is at the bottom. It's all safe from rain and all that natural, disastrous climate changes, if there are any. But it's all covered. It's not going to, even if water drips, it's going to drip off the flat surface. Not going to bend through these things because the curves are right here, not there, which is great. Ergonomic design, of course, as you can tell. And then you have also this high end at the top on the head, or whatever you call it, base. If it's upside down, let's take this rubber gasket out as well. And there you are. So inside of this rubber gasket, you have two slots. One is the SD card slot, and this is the SIM slot on here. SD card, SIM, and you have the power button, and then you have the reset button. Then you have, of course, the camera, the motion sensor, or the PIR sensor, and then the flashlights, and then another sensor there. There's also a noise cancelling, like a little pinhole type thingy there. And at the bottom, you have built-in battery, don't pierce, and some warning type instructions. And then obviously is pan, tilt, zoom, PTZ in short camera. So you can use the app to perform all that pan, tilt, zoom type operations. But for me, more important aspect is here to just turn it on and see what happens. So it's turning on, right? I don't think doesn't make any sound. Just blinking there, red and blue. And of course the solar panel would attach to the Type-C on there. That would all be sorted. That's not a big problem. But it does not make any sound. I'd have to obviously install the app and then see what's happening here, right? So I think I'll probably just cut it off here, test it out, mount it, and maybe make more videos about this specific camera. This looks really exciting. As you can also, you've been listening to me, right? So you can sense my excitement with this specific camera. It looks really cool, and it can be hidden away in your garden or whatever, trees and stuff that you might have. It's pan, tilt, zoom, it's got SIM slot, it's got SD card pretty much out of the box. It's got the solar panel, so you don't need a dedicated power point, plug point or whatever. And it's got 300 megabits out of the box, free to use for 30 days. So ready to go. Really, nothing much on there. And then 12 months warranty, Wolfang being reliable partners of ours, so I don't have any problems at all recommending this. And of course, subject to testing, but I'm already really impressed by this specific camera. But that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions or queries, you know what to do. Like this video, share this video, and subscribe to MyNextBest. Comment if you have any questions or queries, of course. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Take care. Cheers. Bye.